Hello everyone, back into today's video. We're doing the second Easter update for today's video. So Easter will be in just over a week's time, and of course we're all going to be locked down due to the coronavirus, so we won't be able to get out and about as we normally would. But I thought we would still carry on having a look at the weather through this Easter period. And we'll do that for the other bank holidays as well. Obviously, all of the events, things like Glastonbury, are off the table this year. But we will do updates for all of the bank holiday weekends that we've got coming up through the summer. And the first, of course, is always the Easter weekend. So I'll get on that for you very shortly. Just say that the first video released today was the ECMWF 30-day look ahead for the UK and the rest of Europe. And also we've had a week to 10-day view update as well with all of the usual features. Have a look at those two videos when you're done with the Easter update. So update number one, we did that for Easter on Sunday. And it wasn't a bad update, actually. It was quite a bit of dry and relatively warm weather on off. It was only the first update, though. We saw extended rain stuff within the extended time frame of the GFS. So we're only looking for trains. And I said we'd do update number 2 today and see what the GFS was showing. So we'll get on with it. I'm going to start off on Thursday, so this is Maundy Thursday, 9th of April. We've got low pressure out to west of the country, high pressure is across northern parts of Europe, and we're bringing up a southerly wind. So it looks mainly anticyclonic and probably quite dry and warm as well. Over air temperatures actually look really quite warm for early April, certainly above average. It's mainly dry as well. There are a few showers breaking out in the west, but a lot of dry weather is on offer. And it's very warm. Temperatures forecast here to be around 19 or 20 across the eastern side of the country. The general rule of thumb with this is that you can add on a couple of degrees. So, for example, it's going for 21 in London. If you put a couple of degrees on that, you get around 23 is 73 Fahrenheit. That's very warm for early April. Out to west, it's not quite as warm as that, but even so, it's still above average. Reason it's a bit cooler out to west is that there's more cloud and a few showers. Then we go through to Good Friday, 10th of April, and we start to bring a trough in from off the Atlantic. So we're losing that warm southerly flow, and we're bringing a trough of low pressure in from the west. Upper air temperatures are still quite warm in the east, but they are starting to go a bit cooler out to west. Actually looking quite cold across parts of the Republic of Ireland. There's quite an active weather front that's pushing westwards across the country as well. A band of really quite heavy rain is spreading eastwards across the country there during Good Friday. And the temperature, it's still probably a bit above average across the eastern parts of the country, around 15 or 16 degrees. But you notice it is turning notably cooler to the north and west behind that cold front, bring that band of rain. Temperatures do lower quite a bit. Nevertheless, it's a reasonably mild or warmish sort of day before that wet weather arrives. And behind the cold front, as it brightens up, it turns colder, of course. That trough gets out of the way for Easter Saturday, and then we start to build in a little ridge of high pressure from the southwest. That's bringing drier but also cooler weather with it. See, the upper air temperatures have lowered quite significantly. We've taken the band of rain away to our east and turned things a good deal drier. There are still a few showers scattered about. This is in the low-res time frame of the GFS bow. A few showers scattered about, but things looking quite a lot drier. Temperatures have taken a tumble, so we're back down probably close to or maybe a little bit below average for the 11th of April. We see temperatures there across England and Wales around 10, 11, 12 degrees. Similar temperatures for Northern Ireland and Scotland. Remember, the general rule of thumb, add a couple of degrees on. So if you was to put a couple of degrees on that, you get around 14 or 15, and that would probably be about right for that point in April. But certainly a lot cooler compared to where we started off a couple of days before. That's how Easter Sunday is looking. So on Easter Sunday itself, we've got low pressure out to the north and west of the country. A ridge of high pressure is across Germany, and we're bringing in like a southerly to southwesterly flow. Upper air temperature beginning to lift up a little bit in the south, but otherwise still quite cool. Some wet weather coming into the north and west. So this is a less settled Easter update number 2, definitely compared to update number 1. Got some cloud and outbreaks of rain across parts of Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England and Wales. Down in the far south, it is mainly dry for many parts of England and Wales, but certainly there's rain in the north and the west. Temperatures are quite cool in the north and the west with that wet weather. We're pegged back into upper single digits. Further south, up to around 12 or 13 degrees, but it's relatively cool Easter Sunday with the driest and brightest of the weather in the southeast. And then we finish up on Easter Monday, Monday the 13th of April, bringing a new area of low pressure in from off the Atlantic. So this is a much more unsettled Easter update, as I was saying. Upper temperatures with this low are lifting up, so there's quite a big warm sector associated with it, but also quite a lot of rain. Heavy rain in many northern and western parts of the country. The southeast corner gets the driest weather on offer again. Temperatures in the southeast up to around 15 or 16 degrees. Cool with that heavy rain in the north and the west. It's not a particularly inspiring second Easter update. The south and southeast gets the best of it, most definitely. But for many northern western areas, it's actually quite a cool Easter period after a very warm start, obviously, and rather more unsettled compared to update number 1 as well. So I did say with update number 1 that we was just on the better. It was a relatively settled update in its own terms, but we were just on the knife edge of having settled weather, and I said it could easily descend into an unsettled pattern, and that is what has happened in update number 2. So I'll see what update number 3 has to say, and we'll do that on Thursday. But for this one, it's a relatively cool and unsettled Easter after a very warm start. Right, we'll be back with more tomorrow, so come back for that then. But that's all for now, and thanks for watching.